I wasn't always part of the exiles. Used to belong to the Red Tooths, biggest and baddest orc clan out there. We orcs, we have as bad as a reputation as you rat men. Murdering, raiding. I'm guilty of it all. The main difference between us and you lot is that we pride ourselves on honor. We won't strike down a foe who cannot stand up for him or herself. Only those who provide a challenge to our might have to fear us. Or so I thought, at least. It was 2 years ago when I was out with my raiding party, tracking a trading caravan passing through our territory. It wasn't hard to find them. They barely made an effort of being inconspicuous. They didn't know they were traveling through orc territory, and it showed in the amount of guards they brought along. None. Just a bunch of nomads. Not a weapon in sight. Our raid leader wanted to teach them a lesson.
Strike these fools down. Show them what happens when you cross Rat Tooth lands.
I spoke out against it. Told him there was no honor in striking down unarmed nomads. Stop. They carry no arms. There's no challenge here. Make them pay, but there's no need for useless violence. They didn't listen. I got simply called out for being a coward and got restrained on charges of insubordination. The caravan, not a single one survived. Murdered for the simple joy of bloodlust. When we got back to camp, the war chief was told of my actions. I got challenged by the raid leader I had spoken out against. A fight to the death to see if I was still worthy of being called an orc. I agreed. Perhaps if I was able to win this fight, I could show my brethren what honor looked like. Lest we turn into beasts with just murder and slaughter for fun. The next day, the two of us met in the Ring of Blood. It seemed like the entire camp had come out to watch us fight. It was a tough and long battle. We were evenly matched, but my opponent made a mistake. He got overconfident, started gloating.
I'll show you how a real orc fights. When you're down on the ground begging for mercy.
And in that moment, I struck him down. I was victorious, but the crowds did not seem to revel along in my victory. Instead of being hailed a champion, I got restrained and locked up like a criminal. Only then did I learn that the raid leader, the orc who had challenged me, had been the war chief, his son, Daddy's favorite. They struggled to figure out what to do with me. Yes, I had won the battle, but the war chief demanded blood. They argued for what seemed like weeks. In that time, I shared my cell with a dwarf. We didn't kill all we came across. Sometimes we captured those we deemed useful, or those that seemed important. He started talking about this clan, this tribe, roaming the dunes called the Exiles. At first I ignored him, still stuck, thinking I could still change the minds of my fellow orcs. But as the days passed by, I finally gave the dwarf the attention he deserved.
You see, the Exiles are a tribe, just like so many around the dunes. Although they don't stick to honories or principle, they'll accept all who've been cast out or left behind by the previous tribes for whatever reason. They could give a rat's ass about your past.
He told me these exiles would accept all, even an orc. Past didn't matter, as long as you put in effort to keep the tribe up and running.
I was on my way there before your lovely friends here captured me passing through the territory. Blood and sand, how do I know where orc grounds begin and end?
Well, after a while the council and war chief finally made up their minds. I was to be put to death. Took them long enough to figure that out. Of course, not everybody agreed with the verdict, and luckily I still had friends and allies in the tribe. The day before I was to be executed, they planned a breakout. They told me to survive, spread the word of honor among orcs.
The war chief and his council of Yeasayers are wrong. Go, spread the word to other clans if need be. We'll try to do the same here.
I was about to leave, facing the dunes alone with no plan in mind when something came to me. I turned back. I turned back to the dwarf, Guthrin, and asked him if he could lead me to the exiles. He simply grinned and agreed.
I thought you never ask.
And thus we ran together. We were lightly packed and only had one walk to carry the both of us. We thought ourselves safe after running for the entire day, but we soon learned that the war chief wouldn't simply give up on revenge.